What's happening, everybody? Welcome back. This is Forgo, and Black Friday has arrived in King of Fighter All-Star. So that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly, because there is some ugly in this update. Now, there's a little something for everybody in the update. Thank God for free-to-play, and obviously for spenders, there's going to be a little something for all of us. Unfortunately, I do feel like the free-to-play got screwed a little bit, and I do think that some of these deals are pretty outrageous, as we'll get into it. So the first thing that I want to jump onto is the check-in log and event. So now we're receiving these actual Black Friday coins, which we can actually use in the for Lady Choi, and then we have the Carnival coins, which we actually use in the Carnival. And as you guys can see, we're going to get 500, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 Black Friday coins. And as you'll see in a little bit, you actually need 5,000 Black Friday coins in order to get Lady Choi, which means that all you free-to-play players are not going to be able to get Lady Choi for free from the event. You're going to have to spend some money in order to do that, which is very, very unfortunate. Now, we'll talk a little bit more about this later on, but I just want to bring that up because, in a way, it would be okay if they would do something else in the game, but unfortunately, they didn't do that either, and we'll talk about that. But they also are going to be giving, 500, 2,500 Carnival coins. Well, that's all good and dandy that we're getting 2,500 Carnival coins, but you need 6,000 in order to get this EX selector, right? And then you got a repeat reward of EX selectors where you need 5,000 more Carnival coins each time. So you need, 10,000, 16,000 Carnival coins. And as you guys will see, especially when you look into the shop, this can get extremely expensive. Now, you free-to-play players are going to go all the way up to this 2,500 coin mark. So you are going to be able to get, some of these gold hammers, which isn't really a big deal, but you will get a BS and SS memory selector. That's actually pretty cool that you are getting that for free, and you will be able to get a card selector for them as well, which is nice. Now, this isn't for their, well, no, they do have their 3 PGs in here, so that's good. Thank God they got their 3 PGs in there. So that's really good. So all of you guys will be able to get that. That's really awesome. Unfortunately, though, past that mark, you're not going to be able to get any of these. You're not going to be able to get this BS card selector here. You're not going to be able to get this other BS SS memory selector. You're not going to be able to get this here, the card selector, and you're not going to be able to get the EX selector, which is unfortunate. And that's kind of what I mentioned a second ago about Lady Choi. The fact that, the free-to-play players cannot get Lady Choi at all, and the fact that they can't even get this EX selector really does suck. I really wish that Netmarble would have implemented one or the other. At least give them free Lady Choi, but really this would have been way better because in here, you could actually choose between any one of these characters. You could have had the option of getting Lady Choi or the option of getting any one of these characters. And I think that would have been way, way better. And this is kind of the thing that's kind of ugly. Well, not really ugly, but just bad, right? It's just bad about the update. I realize that it's a Black Friday event and that Netmarble's trying to make money, and I get that. That's fine. But whenever you do things like this, Netmarble, it really puts a sour taste in players' mouths. There's a lot of spenders out there that would look at this and be like, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to spend money, but I probably would have spent a lot more money if Netmarble would have showed that they were willing to be a little bit more generous than what they actually are in this update. Now, don't get me wrong, you're still getting some free things, so I don't want to really rant about it, but at the same time, this could have been way better. I think it really sucks that free-to-play cannot get that selector. That is just terrible. Or they can't even get Lady Choi. Because again, guys, if you take a look at Lady Choi event, right? If you take a look at this thing, you need 5,000 of these coins. And you're only going to get, 3,000, right? You're only going to get 3,000 coins. So you can't even make it to the end. And there's no other way to farm these coins, at least as far as I can tell, in the update. Which sucks, right? I mean, that is just, it's a real bummer. Now, a good thing, at least especially if you have rubies, even if you're a free-to-play player, is the fact that all these banners are in here. You have the chance of getting these set cards. You have the chance of getting these 3 PGs. You can get, Angel or Cronin. You can get, whatever cards for Keel, the comeback set, which is actually really good for all fighters in the game. You get the 3 PG for Shermie and Keel. You can get Shermie and Keel. This is nice. This is actually pretty damn awesome because I know a lot of free-to-play players that did save up their money and they were able, or not save up their money, but save up their rubies. And they do have enough rubies where they can actually come in here and go for their favorite fighters. And that's something I do like about this is that, for the Black Friday event, they did bring back some of these old fighters that a lot of people love. They're not meta anymore, but all of them are still very, very strong. In fact, insanely strong guys, like OP as hell if you do have them, right? And a newer player, say they're just coming back to the game for these characters. I mean, if you're a brand new player and you get any one of these characters that are in these banners, whether it's Cronin, Angel, Charme, Kyo, any one of them, if you're a brand new player, it's going to carry you so well in the game. Remember, it costs 18,000 rubies to go to the pity to guarantee the character. And this is actually really, really amazing, and really amazing for all the player base, which I do like. I think that's phenomenal. It's a shame that the rates are still 0.6%. That sucks. I think for Black Friday, they could at least raise it to 1%. I mean, it's one of those updates, guys, where I'm kind of like this, right? At one point, I'm a little pissed off because of the way they did the events. The fact that free to play can't get Lady Choi or can't get, the selector. That sucks. It really does, man. But at the same time, they are getting a lot of free stuff, right? They are getting a BS memory or SS memory. They are getting a card selector. I mean, there is some good things for them. It just would have been so much better if they would have queued up that EX selector or just queued up Lady Choi. EX selector preferred. But then we get out of here and we get really into the heart of what Black Friday really is, and that is the shop. Now, there's quite a few deals in the shop. We'll go to the Black Friday shop here and take a look at all these little wonderful deals. All right, so I know this is in Vietnamese currency. I'll tell you guys, how much money it is in, American currency, and you'll know if you just look at your shop in your game as far as, how much money something costs in your currency. And I know currencies are differ from every single country. Some currencies don't have as much value as other currencies. I get that, but I can only give you guys the United States form of this, and obviously the Vietnamese. So the first deal here, guys, gives you a Black Mystery Box where you do have a chance of getting a BS and SS Fighter Memory ticket, which is nice. It's nice that those are in here. That's actually really, really good. But you only get 150 Black Friday Carnival coins or Black Friday event coins. Here's the thing, guys. Like, we just talked about how many coins you're actually getting for, Lady Choi, which is the Black Friday, or for the Carnival, right? And I mean, if you go back out here, right? We need to reiterate this, okay? When you come back out here, look at all the coins you need. So, like for Black Friday, you're gonna need 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. You're gonna need 3,000 more to go to that EX selector if that is your goal. 3,000 more of these things. Or I'm sorry, 2,000 more. Yeah, 2,000 more. I'm sorry, 2,000 more to go to Lady Choi. And then for the Carnival coins, you're gonna need. I mean, this is only 2,500. So you're going to need, 3,500 more? You're going to need 3,500 Carnival coins to go to get that EX selector from the Carnival. And you're going to need 2,000 coins to finish Lady Choi, right? I mean, it can get extremely expensive because you're going to need 3,500 coins to finish that Carnival. And you're going to need 2,000 coins to finish out getting Lady Choi. And when you come into the shop, right, and you look at these deals, I mean, 150 of these things isn't going to do anything for you if that's your goal. Now, they do have these Fighter Summon tickets in here, which is nice. You got the Volume 1 or the Volume 2, where you can pull from one of the new banners that's in the game. And, it's not bad. I mean, this is about $10, and you're looking at about 1,100 rubies right here. Then you're looking at 660 rubies right here. So, I mean, it's not bad value, but it just sucks because you get these Black Friday or these Carnival coins, and it really isn't going to do much for your cause at all. And you only buy 5 of these things. Then you get in this one here, which does have 400 of these coins, 400 of these coins, right? And they do have some really good summon tickets in here where you actually will get 30 summons, which is nice, right? I mean, 30 summons, that's the equivalent of 2,700 rubies. And then you have this here, which is another 1,800 rubies. And this deal here is about $30, $35, something like that, right? But I personally wouldn't buy it. Then you have the big dog deal here, which is easily $100. And this is the one where some people might be pretty enticed because you're going to get 1,200 of these coins and 1,200 of these. Now, remember, after you get the login coins, you're going to need 3,500 more of these babies to finish out the Carnival. Remember that. You need 3,500 more. So you would have to literally buy 3 of these packs, 3 of them, in order to do this, in order to finish out and get that selector, if that is your goal. right? You would get 3 of these, which would be 3,600 of these, and you would be able to get Lady Choi, right? You would be able to get Lady Choi, and you would, you'd only need 2,000 more after the login event. So, I mean, you'd have some leftover Black Friday coins, but it wouldn't take you to another pity for Lady Choi, right? You'd only have her one time. That's after spending, $300. Now, there are summon tickets in here, and there's a lot of them, guys. Honestly, the value here is actually really good. I mean, when you figure this up, guys, you're looking at a lot of rubies right here. I mean, this is 8,100. I mean, this is 16,000 rubies. I'm sorry, this is 8,000 rubies sitting right here, right? And then right here, you have another 5,400. So, like, what, 14,000 rubies? Right? And if you do a little math, right? We'll just figure this up really quick here. Okay. 14,000 rubies. Okay. I mean, it's about 140 rubies per dollar, right? Which it's not terrible, but it's not great. It's kind of okay, right? 140 rubies per dollar isn't bad at all. But again, guys, like, these coins are going to be pretty useless unless you buy 3 of these packs in order to go all the way to that selector, which is honestly, guys, I mean, I guess it depends on how you look at things, right? Thus, getting an EX character, you'd spend maybe 18,000 rubies, right? And, whenever I would pull in my banners, like, say to take a character to A5, the most I ever spent to take a character to A5, which was BS Rugal, cost me about 550 American dollars, which is a lot of damn money. So you could spend $300 here and you could guarantee you an EX character. Now, they're not the new meta characters, right? Remember, like, when I was pulling my banner, they were the meta characters, but I was obviously just pulling because they were my favorite character. But with this, you're not getting a meta character, but you may be getting your favorite character. So depending on who you are, you might think this is worth it. I mean, like I said, guys, like, I've spent over $500 trying to A5 a character, but that's A5ing them. This is just to get a selector. This is just to get a selector. You're going to get Lady Choi, you'll get a selector, and you will be able to, do quite a few pulls in the banner for, Kyo or Shermie or Angel or Cronin of your choice. I mean, so that is something to think about for the cards and the summons. I mean, it's really up to you guys whether or not. I mean, if your favorite character's in here and you're a spender, maybe you would do this, but yeah, I don't know. And then we get in this here, guys. Again, like, this is where I would probably spend my money, is where these ruby deals are at. Because your rubies, you can always save. You can always use them for other banners, whatever, so have you. Like in my situation, because I'm not going to pull for Kyo or Angel or any of these characters, right? I'd rather just have some rubies. Now, this deal here, I really wouldn't queue up, right? Personally, guys, this deal here, I mean, like I said, guys, again, it's back to that, whole, you need a certain amount of Carnival coins and Black Friday coins. But you do get 3,000 rubies out of this deal, right? And this is about $25, okay? So, I mean, if you take 3,000 and you divide it by 25, that's 120 rubies per dollar. So actually, the other deal was actually better that we talked about a second ago. And then you get into this guy. This deal here is about 52 American dollars, give or take or so. You can actually buy this 10 times, and you're going to get 9,000 rubies. Now, the ruby to dollar ratio in here is about 173 rubies per dollar. So this here, in my opinion, I know it's a lot of money, guys, but this here, in my opinion, is the best deal in this thing. This is a lot of rubies for this amount of money if you are willing to spend this money. I'll probably buy a couple of these things, in all honesty, guys. I mean, you will get a Black Friday mystery box, and you will have a chance to get these. In fact, you're going to get, 8 of them, which is nice. Again, these coins really, I mean, if you buy a few of these, maybe, but like I said, guys, it can get very, very expensive doing it. Matter of fact, if you go to the end on the Carnival, right, where you need all those extra Carnival coins, you would have to, have 16,000 coins in total. And guys, I've already figured it up. And I think at the cheapest, it would cost you around $800 to finish that Carnival. $800. Now, is it worth it to you to spend $800? I mean, personally, guys, I don't think that's a lot of damn money to spend. But there again, it's really up to you as to whether or not you'd really want to do it. But I really feel like this is probably the best deal in here because you're getting more rubies per dollar ratio. You're getting more bang for your buck out of this deal. The coins will help, but I mean, you would have to buy quite a few of these coins because, again, guys, for the carnival, you're going to need 3,500 more coins. 3,500 more coins means that you would have to buy, this pack like what? 4, 5 times. You'd have to buy it 5 times, which is $250, right? $250 is cheaper than 300, and you do get all these extra rubies, right? And you would get, if you say you bought it 5 times, you spend $250, you would get, 4,000 of these, which would be enough to get Lady Choi for you, right? I mean, I know it's a lot of money. I'm just trying to throw out the best deal for you guys, like really the best way to go. And I really do think that this deal is the best amongst them all. They got some other ones in here. It is nice that we got the, double attack stone here. That's actually really, really cool, right? You get some Black Friday coins here. And not really feeling this one, guys, in all honesty, because they actually give us double attack stones now with a lot of these events, especially if we take a character to A3. So, yeah, that is something to think about. I personally would not buy those things, but then you get into these here. Now, these are pretty interesting, right? This one here is about $20, $25, right? And you do get a summon ticket. This is about 900 rubies. This is another 600. So, you're looking at 1,500 rubies. And then you can actually get a return of an EX stone. Now, this might be a pretty enticing deal for some of you out there because, I mean, you might want your stone for your favorite character. Let me look again. I believe they got, this is for, I believe this is a volume 1. Yeah. I believe that's the volume 1 stone, right? And, there's stones in here that, you could definitely queue up, right? Volume 4, which increases active skill 1 damage. I mean, the stone you need might be in here, and it might be worth it for you to pick this up. I mean, but there again, it's only 1 stone, right? I mean, more than likely, I mean, it really depends. Like, I mean, I guess if you maybe you got your character to A2 and you get your character to A3 and you want to get that last stone, you can have, like, for example, I don't have this stone at all, right? And I could try to get this thing, right? If I really wanted to, spend a little money and try to queue that up. I mean, the stones do have a lot of value for characters. They really do buff them up tremendously. And then when you go into this deal, right, you got the coins in here, and then you got quite a few summons tickets. This is about 2,700 rubies right here. This is another 1,800 rubies right here. So what, 4,500 rubies in total. And then you can actually get these stones. And this is, honestly, this is pretty damn lit if you are a spender, right? I mean, you can get the stones for, Cronin here. That's actually really cool. Or for the Sacred Treasure characters, right? Or for, Shermie, right? That's actually really, really cool, right? You can get the BOS Syndrome Moon Imprint stones. I mean, that's nice, right? So this is an opportunity to pick up these stones if you want. But at this, again, it's about 52 American dollars. So, I mean, I think for some players out there, it might be worth it. It might not. I personally, guys, I would not. I mean, you do have this set here. I personally would not spend my rubies on this, guys. It's a good set, but I think for the ruby cost, I mean, you'd spend 6,000 rubies here, and you would spend, 6,000, 7,500, 8,000 rubies in this. And I really think since the banner's going on, you'd probably just want to pull in the banner. If you're going to spend rubies, you'd probably rather just spend your rubies on that. So again, guys, I really feel like this ruby deal is the best one of them all. If you're going to spend money, this is really where I would personally spend my money. If you want to go all out and you want to buy these crazy packs like this here, and you want to get as many of these coins as you can, try to get as many Lady Choi's and as many EX selectors as you can, because you can get 2 repeat EX selector rewards in the carnival. You can do that, guys, but you're going to spend a small fortune in order to do that. I mean, and that's what I hate about this, the fact that, the carnival, the free-to-play can only go so far, and it just sucks. Again, I really wish they would have allowed the free-to-plays to be able to get an EX selector from here, right? If they would have just done that, I think that would have made this so much better. It's still a decent update. It really is for a lot of players out there. There's a lot of players that are going to look at some of these deals, and they're going to be like, you know what? This is my opportunity to get a stone. This is my opportunity to gather up quite a few rubies. I can get an extra Lady Choi, especially if they're spenders, right? But for you free to play, I mean, you're just kind of stuck with whatever you're getting, which is, the BS selector, SS selector, or BS card selector, and SS card selector. And that's good. but it's just not great, right? So all in all, guys, I'm kind of just like this with this update. You know, on one hand, I'm pretty upset about it, and I'm really just more disappointed with it because of how they handled, like, you know, free to play players. But at the same time, I'm very happy with it because I do see some good deals in the shop. It's just, but that carnival, guys, it really is crap. It's not a very good carnival at all. It's a super, super expensive one. And they really could have done a much better job with this thing. I mean, seriously, man, $800 to do this thing, to get these things, to get these EX lectures a couple times. And again, earlier I said that I spent $550 just to A5 a character, and that's having terrible luck. That's having crappy luck, right? And they're expecting you to spend $800. Now, I realize you get other rewards, but let's be honest, guys. BS and SS fighters have fallen off. They've fallen off. EX characters can pretty much just solo content on their own. So that's kind of the problem with this, right? You know, I just don't think it's really worth it to spend that kind of money unless you have the money, unless one of these characters in the banners, one of these characters in the EX sector is your absolute favorite, and you're like, you know what, screw it, I'm gonna go all out. God knows I have for my characters, but I mean, you could always wait for a rerun, which you don't know when that's going to happen, to get these characters again, because I feel pretty confident that we will have reruns of these characters. We just don't know when. So, guys, let me know what you think about Black Friday, and I do stream on Twitch at 9 p.m. GD+7 time. The link is in the description below, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. See you, everybody.